I always remember my uncle telling me my sophomore year of high school that home won't ever go away, that it will always be there when I get back, and most people that I know will still be there every time I get back. It took me a while to really understand fully what he was saying, but as I grew older, it started to make sense to me. Now my uncle is a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army, has traveled all over the world, has lived in places across America, and honestly just experienced a lot over his life. We were having to talk about my future and what I wanted to do, and he just kept encouraging me to try and get out, go see what else is out there. At the time, my future wasn't too much on my mind. I was living the life. I knew everybody, hung out with a large group of friends, played sports. We were always up to something. I was just having fun, enjoying my teenage life. The future kind of frightened me at the time because I didn't want to let go of anything that I was experiencing at the time. He told me specifically, home will never go away. It's always going to be here when you get back. Some people go in and out of your life, which is normal, but the people that are meant to stay will stay. He told me most people get too consumed with home and end up never leaving, never getting to experience what else is out there. This sparked my interest, which made me think long and hard, but I still wasn't fully comprehending what his true message behind this. When it was time to choose which college I'd attend, I kept in mind what my uncle had told me before. I made sure to apply to schools that I wanted on my own, not because anyone else chose it for me. I applied to several schools and made sure to keep distance in mind because I didn't want to be too close to home. My uncle's words never left me. Even to this decision, I kept them in mind that I should go out and experience something new, that I shouldn't be afraid to leave home because it'll always be there when I get back. So I did. I chose to go to the school at California University of PA, just 4.5 hours of a drive, and everything would be new. The dorms had something to do with my decision because I had to admit they were really nice, and I didn't have a community bathroom and shower that I had to share with the whole hall. My first year at Cal was pretty much 50-50 as I got to experience all the fun and the social parts of college my first semester with the expense of my grade suffering. Second semester salvaged my GPA to normal standing as I learned to balance it out. Second year was a crazy one for sure as I was more worried about having fun than keeping my grades good. Started slipping up pretty bad and my grades showed for it. My attitude was just not a positive one towards school and attending class, at least for the classes I didn't care about. Second semester of the year, I only took 4 classes, which is the minimum to be a full-time student. I ended up with pretty good grades in 3 of them, but failed one. At the end of the semester, knowing I failed that one, I didn't think I was eligible to come back because I was already on academic warning. I ended up telling my parents I wanted to come home and do community school and go from there. While at home, I started to realize I wasn't happy. I was working part-time, going to classes when I didn't work. That was pretty much my life. I often found myself just staring at my front door with the desire to just see a rush of people again, all over the place, to have that sense of liveliness around me. I was finally understanding what my uncle had told me a couple years back. Home was still the same. I still saw the same familiar faces around, doing the same thing every day. Even though I did not enjoy it, I would say community school definitely helped me get back on track with my schoolwork and attending classes and how to actually do good in school again. I was doing the right things at home, helping my family out, doing everything I should, but I still was not happy and it started to eat at me. I was at home where I should be happy, but the warm feeling of being at home wasn't with me because this is not where my home was now. My home was my path that I should be following to live my own destiny and not just stay at home and to do the expected. I knew I wanted something bigger. I had goals and aspirations I wanted to live out, and by being at home, I wasn't getting anywhere, I felt. I didn't know if this was fate or not, but I received a letter from CalU about 3 or 4 weeks before the next spring semester would be arising. To summarize it, mostly just offered a way to come back where I wouldn't lose any of my old credits, and it would be like nothing had ever happened. After several talks with parents and with the schools, I made the decision to go back and finish what I started. I didn't want to end up a loser, and I knew I still wanted that degree because personally, it would be one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. I went back to Cal the following semester and ended up leaving that year on the dean's list. I was so proud of myself because not only did I make a whole journey to get back, but I also did a complete turnaround, earning dean's list for the first time in my collegiate career. I made my family proud, but I also proved to myself that I can accomplish anything I want, as long as my mind is focused and motivated.